lightning on this thing is still messed up, so it's not very light. I'm not sure how the lighting is on that, but it's Alan, again, targeted individual. And it was the great thing about going to the rally in Portland is I literally went 30 years of having that electrical shock to the heart feeling, and it has been done so many times over since high school that it leaves it almost a numbness, like a necrotic feeling, and it leaves you just feeling like there's a part of it, like it's the center of right here is numb, like they numb an area, and where you get the most of your emotions, like there's an electrical current, ELF current, that makes it to where you can't feel the center of your natural emotions, but you have to, even if you meditate and pray, your residual around that area, you can feel, you're aware of feeling, but you don't feel it with your heart, your emotions. Like when you pledge allegiance, that type of strong feeling of whatever your happiness or sadness or your most emotional about, or religious spirituality, it blocks that area, and it creates, because of the pain and because of it blocking that area, it causes a depression, number one, because of pain, and because it blocks that area. Now, the people that are aware of it in your big city or small town, non-disclosure agreements, they're not allowed to talk to you, even that they're aware of it. Some of them at hospitals get money. Some in the city hall get money from it, but again, non-disclosures is just like MK Ultra. They don't tell you, and you can go to other places, and they're not going to do much benefit. That's why I'm thankful for Freedom for Targeted Individual, Dr. Matt and Ella Meigs, to literally go 30 years. And I'm thankful for the pain meds, very thankful, because they could have been like other doctors, not helped me at all. They did stop helping me just because I went to another, because in 2015, all the pain meds and the doctors were trying to change it from something. They were trying to get rid of you, really, in the hopes that you go somewhere else. And then when you come back because that doctor didn't work, then it's like they, in my case, didn't want to help me in that way anymore. And I didn't realize I was part of some targeted individual torture program. And it wasn't until getting what now I know is V2K that's like, oh, this is a real issue. It's not just it's not just a pain or depression, psychosomatic. You're part of some torture program. And so if you are a person that you have constant pain in your heart area, chest, electronic jolts, Havana Syndrome. This was Havana Syndrome that the FBI and CIA people were talking about, trying to blame other countries for it. Cuba, China, Russia. And in reality, it's them. And unfortunately, I have never had a problem with, or a bigoted approach towards anybody in City Hall or police or hospital, anybody. I thought my people in my town, since I was 7 years old, were good people. I thought they treated me good. I just knew the whole time since I was 15, after my operation, I had this constant side pain that just got perpetually worse. And after 10, 12 years, they started giving me pain meds for it, which I was thankful. I tried to get it for earlier, but then, oh, well, here's a TENS unit, here's this. But then they sent me to a specialist and gave me OxyContin. So, and of course, OxyContin wasn't the best, but I was thankful for something. But here's a thought. As much as thankful I would have been way more thankful if I didn't need to spend any of those years in that chronic pain situation. I didn't have to. I could have spent my entire life doing something else rather than having 2 full-time jobs for 8 of those years. On pain meds for a condition I wouldn't have needed, because I wouldn't be under a torture condition, being used for Havana Syndrome, getting zapped by, I don't know if it's a biometric, something they leave. This is what I believe, something they leave inside your body during an operation just for experimentation to see if it works, to see if they can get away with it. And this is in Dallas, little religious, conservative, evangelical, Republican Dallas, drain the swamp, Dallas. And I keep hitting home on that because they keep hitting home that message to us as people from that town, that it's law-abiding, respect for authority, godly, traditional family values, the whole. In our secular schools, we have weekday school of the Bible. If you're like a non-believer or free-thinking atheist, you're still welcome. You can sign a message or have your parents say, we don't want our child. But so liberals are okay, but it's definitely, Democrats are okay, but it's definitely this religious conservative promoting evangelical. I studied to be an evangelical minister for 3 years. And to realize, through that I was just a guinea pig, and all that drain the swamp talk. They're more than happy to take that torture money. Money not just for a new hairdo, or it's money to torture innocent people, hoping they give up and give in and throw themselves out a window or shoot themselves. That's what they want. And it's like now if I go into town, they look at me and they know that I know their dirty secret, that's who they really are. And it's not just them, unfortunately. Like I said, most of my life, I just viewed them as nice people because I thought they were nice to me, but I was always living every second in pain on my side. Every second. And because it was just constant, except for 8 times. There was 8 times when I was, after 15, 8 different times for like 4 or 5 hours each time, where for whatever reason, my side pain right here, the pain just stopped and it became relaxed, normal, and it felt great. It felt normal. My emotions came back. No change of medication. No, I thought, well, what is it, meditation or prayer or just, I always did that anyway. But it was because they turned off whatever ELF frequency was right there, and allowed it to relax and just be normal. But normally, for all these years, they've been after an operation, they put some kind of thing that sets this very ELF low frequency to where it almost sets a radius parameter where it blocks your feelings in that area right there, and you get a chronic pain condition. And they know that because it's painful, it'll cause a depression, and they hope that maybe through life insurance or something that a person will die soon, and they'll either off themselves or through torture get cancer, that they'll die from the torture or get cancer from the radiation, and maybe life insurance, like Dead Peasants Life Insurance, like some of these, like Walmart used to have it, where they can get life insurance on people, don't even tell the people, and then take them off, fire them, take them off the life insurance. And then suddenly the person dies because they can't afford they have a sickness, they don't have life insurance because you fired them, and now they can't get that. And now you get this life insurance on your employer that they didn't even know that they had life insurance on. Their family didn't even know it. And it's like, anyway, all these speculations, we know it's a federal program. And if you don't believe me, look at my created playlist on YouTube, Nielsen-Brewer Nielsen. And it even shows the White House bioethics group. And it's got Dr. Fauci's wife. Her job was for Obama, President Obama, her job was to find people to experiment on, or to have her people find. That was the name, her job title was finding subjects to, and this bioethics thing is in name only something to make it look like they're trying. They're trying to make sure they're not torturing people anymore, that it's with knowledge and consent. And it's just, it's window covering or whatever the word is. It's to make it look like they're trying, but the truth is they're still directed energy weapons, Havana Syndrome. This got to be so ugly and embarrassing for our country that they had to invent it of Havana Syndrome and blame it on China or Cuba or Russia, because they do have these programs too, evidently. It's been going on for 50, 60 years, and all the people, there's textbooks on it. I mean, it's not, they say just because it's not talked about on the news as a new technology. I mean, it's been around for 50, 60 years, but it's just new, not to the general public, though. Anyway, if you're a person that has a sickness or a constant pain, they can't figure it out in your heart, or maybe a buzzing in the head, literally, as much as we used to make fun of the idea of my government implanted me in the hospital, they actually do that. They really do it. And the people that brought up conspiracy theories, that was the CIA. They made up the term. So just remember that. That's what our government does. There's a good side. They do wonderful things with technology, but there's a Jekyll and a Hyde there. And there's a real evil side with all that time and money and imagination. Just like the pandemic, instead of curing sicknesses that we already know exist, they make up even worse viruses to see if they can make them worse and then create a vaccine for them. They invent evil. They invent worse viruses just because they want to see if they can, and then make money off the vaccine that we're going to be forced to take. That's our country, because nobody stops. So anyway, hopefully we can try to. And now if we get pissed off, and if they allow me to feel it, because they're still doing it in V2K. So it's not crazy talk. It's real, folks. Anyway, I just wanted to put something out there. If you are a TI, love you guys, and I hope your moderation helps you. Okay, there. Build a positive live chat experience for you, and it's positive because information is positive. Letting people being authenticated in their experience, even if it has at times an angry tone, the ability to authenticate that experience and say, yeah, you're right to be angry. Now, yelling and stealing and shooting and violence, we're not saying nobody, but we're authenticating people's experience. And if that means anger, we're validating it, and that is positive. So just be smart and don't be, we're authenticating your experience. So at least I'm trying to. And I'm thankful for the ones who before me who have written books and did videos and authenticated that experience for me too. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye-bye. Gonna make dinner for my mom.